Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity and practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, now welcome back to Reframe Mindset podcast. My name is Constant Brooks, and on this episode, we're going to talk about passive learning versus active learning. I don't know why this episode came about is because now the job that I'm in now, and as you may mention, it's not a lot of episodes where I say, okay, in the past I would not really be, I would not reaping the benefit. No, that I'm reaping from the company from doing this job. No, that I would back in the day, or maybe I would do it, but I would not have this new vision. And the reason it's for that is because I'm going into the company actively learning, wanting to learn and get better at the company and maximize myself. So that's the difference. Where I was going there in the past, what I would just be doing is that I would just basically just say, okay, my family said, okay, to get this job. So I'll go there, do the interview, and then I will get it. And then basically I would just be going through and I will be doing well. I'll be doing well. Just like how I got my degree, I was doing did my work and did well and I got my degree, but I never understood the value of it until over time when the science grew on me. Because when you're going through the school and you're basically getting tests and stuff like that, it's like it's a trial. You're not really getting time to actually experience and love the subject. You just want it. You're just doing it because okay, I have to pass this test, or I'm wasting my family's money. So that's basically why you're doing the test. But no, when you're out and you're finishing, I got your degree, you have the time to actually sit down when you take a vacation and you say, okay, I'm glad that not doing this. After a while, you start to reminisce on the why you did that degree and reminisce on the love of it, the love of it. Because what happened is that you have the time to actually actively you have the time to actively take in the things that you have been learning all these years. When you're doing a test, basically as you pass the test, you're starting on a new topic and you don't have time to really reminisce on old topics that you're just going through. But when you're out of school now and you have time to just sit down and reminisce and be like, wow, bro. Yeah, I remember back in those days. And then you value the knowledge and you value the time. It's like when you reminisce back in your high school days and stuff like that. Oh, I remember back in the days when I usually do that. Because you're actively feeling it now. It's one thing to be in the moment and feeling, but when you're actively feeling it, then it be like then it hits to you. That's what is called nostalgia. But that's nostalgic is because you're reminiscing from the past. The difference what I'm talking about now is you're actively learning in the present. So you're going in now actively wanting to learn the skills so that you can apply it to your own self. So you're actively say, okay, I'm gonna grow. I actively say, oh yes, I want to go to work early. I hate like some days I hate this job. I it is I hate this job, but I know what skill is giving me and I want it. So I have to just basically push through and I'm actively learning, actively taking the notes, actively improving myself. I'm actively going to school. I'm actively training because I want to win the basketball. I want to become an MVP. That's the thing. You're actively doing that because you want the accolade, you want to be on top. So you're actively learning. So that's what. I don't think this episode should be long because you should get the point by now. You should get the point by now. So what this episode is gonna say is that I'm not telling you to actively learn everything or such like that. But what happened is that I'm telling you that yeah, one of the best things they can do, one thing and the best thing that that has helped me throughout this life is that I'm always calm. Most of the time, I'm always calm, so I have the time to really think about the stuff that I'm doing and to get the true value out of it. That's why most of, if you listen to the podcast, I experience a lot of stuff. I experience a lot of stuff, and the reason why I'm experience a lot of stuff is because I intentionally made my choices. Things that I'm doing, people don't understand why I'm doing it, but I did it that way so that I could get the most out of it. And I got the most out of it. And people really don't understand it. But you have to just, if you're not seeing through my lens, you won't know the value of doing it. You won't know the value of doing it. This podcast now can give you a sense because you can listen to the reason why I've been doing it and be like, oh yes, I wish I did that as well. But you won't see the value of doing it until you're actually actively understanding the things. It's like it's like for example, it's like you want to be the best. You want to be the best, but if you don't know what entails the best, you're not actively working to be the best. You're just basically working to the craft. So if I tell you that okay, basketballer, the best basketballer shoot this many shots, 39,000 shots. I think uh, it's not 35,000 shots exactly, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think, is the one with the highest amount of shots. He had the highest scoring. And this year, at the time of this recording, LeBron is going for that record. And when he gets the record, he is the best scorer of all time. Ka- that title wouldn't be mean a thing unless somebody first didn't become the best scorer of all time, or until that stats is starting to get tracked. If you want to be the best of nothing, you can't be the best of something if it's not being tracked. You'll be the best of nothing. But when you want to be the best, so LeBron James wanted to be the best basketball player he could be, so he actively put the money that he made when he's playing basketball, what he spent it on. Spend majority on that, on keeping his body healthy so that he could be playing at a top tier kind of play and being playing top tier at the age that he's at now at the time of this recording. The time of this recording is around 30 something, way past 35, around 37. I would have- uh, all right, I can't really tell. I don't. You know what? Let me go check good old reliable Google so that me and you can be accurate at the time of this recording. Let's be accurate. For LeBron's age. LeBron James' age is 38 years old. So the reason why he's able to play in the NBA at 38 years old because when he made his money and became big, he spent a lot of his money on his health, fitness, and training. So that's the reason why he's so conditioned and so polished and able to actually be able to can go for this record that has never been broken in so long. And he could basically he could get the record this season. Another example, um, Messi, Messi, the footballer, we can call him the greatest footballer of all time now because at the time of this recording, he won the World Cup. Was it last year? Last year, he won the World Cup last year, and Lionel Messi is. Let me check his age. 35 years old. Why and what? Why is he able to? He's one of the greatest. No, it's because he spent so many years studying the game, studying the football game, and he became a master class player. Master class player. Whereas, like, yo, he's always in the discussion. And then what happened is that he one of the thing that basically was keeping him from being that go conversation forever was that World Cup because he always trying to get currency to World Cup, but he always come short. But this year or last year, he carried his team to the World Cup. And now he's solidified. He's one of the best ever, if not the best ever, at 35, and he's still playing. He's supposed to be still playing football. Yeah. And why is he the best? Because he actively take the time to say, okay, I'm going to become a master of this craft. I'm going to learn how to learn how to score. I'm going to learn how to dribble, learn how to pass these stuff. So every year, every day of his life, he's working on the craft, learning every aspect of it because he know what he wants. He know what he wants. So that's basically what active learning is versus passive learning. Passive learning where active learning is where you actually see the benefit. You're seeing why you're seeing the benefit of learning this. You say, okay, yes, this is the reason why this knowledge is valuable. So you spend every waking hour going to and learning this stuff because you're saying, yes, I see the value of it. And then when you read the value of it now, it's like the Bible says, the Bible Proverbs, in Proverbs it says, um, guess I have to go back to Google again to try to find the right quote. I think it's wisdom. Um, yes, something like happy is the man that findeth wisdom. Let me. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that gathereth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou can't desire are not to be compared unto her. So that's the value of active learning. When you get a full understanding, it's better than gold. It's better than money. It's like wow. It's like wow. You'll be like it's like you're seeing a new life. So that's basically what active learning is. So I guess I can't really go more into it. that's that's all I'm going to leave you with for now. So that's basically it for this episode. Now, thanks for listening and look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
Okay, welcome to the Repair Mindset Podcast. My name is Constant Brooks. I know this episode gonna talk about my 14-week experience. And it's like, yo, this week is like, yo, I'm reaching. You know, as I said, we're doing the night shift now. And it's like, yo, we're reaching, we're doing the night shift now. And what happened is that you'd expect that, we're starting in the afternoon. You'd expect that I'm reaching early because I have all this time to reach at work. No, I'm reaching late every day. And what happened is that because we're doing the night shift, we're getting for having perfect attendance, you're getting this nice bonus. And I'm missing out on that bonus because I can't reach early because what happens is that when I finish work to reach home it's like it takes a long time to reach home. And then I have to sleep and then wake up and then by the time I get ready for work and reach work is yeah, because what happens is that I realize that the night shift is really bad. It's really bad. Not bad as in it can't be done, but yeah, it's not really. And it's not really a bad. It's not really good. It's not really good. That's it. The 9 to 5 working world is a really unhealthy lifestyle. And the night shift just showed me that. Like some of the days I feel so sick because of how I don't get enough sleep the night before. And it's like I'm thinking about this because I'm not have a card. I have to take taxi and such like that. So like that's the wild thing about as the 9 to 5 is really a trap. And you have to really mentally get yourself out of that trap. But what happened is that this 14 week now, this is the last week in February. So what happened is that if you remember before, like I unlock bonuses, and how bonuses work is that end of pay cycle you get bonuses based on the stats that you reach in the month to date. So it's like month to the end of the pay cycle. I'm reaching the end of the month now, and what happened is that ah I was going into February confident because I was doing all the preparation and practicing in the training in January. I went in February confident that I would actually start hitting a lot of these bonuses, and I'm ending February only hit one of the bonuses barely. That that's that's too wild, bro. I went into February so confident, and I'm ending February barely hitting one of the bonuses. I'm like, wow, wow, how how did that turn around? And it's like it's the people, bro. It's like no matter how you prepare for it, it's like when I deal with the people, there's nothing like dealing with the people. That that's the difference. So that's a skill. People deal with the people. You can be the most prepared person in the world when dealing with the people. All of that is gone out. All of that is gone out of the way, and you have to be like that's. So that was the lesson I took from this 14 week and this February experience. Like yo, you can be as prepared as you want. Once you start dealing with people, all of that goes out the road. Like you have to be able to learn how to communicate and relate to the people well. Like that's how that's how the real world. Up, you have to really progress in the real world. That's the reason why I cannot take this job already. I need this experience because I need to be able to communicate better with these people. I need to be able to. I want to take my skills to the next level. I have to be able to be like, yo, I have to be able to like can talk to everybody. Like, yeah, you know. So, but what happened is that this 14 week, I'm more confident going into March now. I'm more so this episode will be released in March. So when this episode is released, it's going to be in March. So with that being said, uh, I'm more confident that if I'm more confident in the fact that because what happens that in March now the stats are going to reset again. So I'm more confident in the fact that can hit those stats now to start again. So I guess this week, I guess the best thing is that after all those things that I spoke about in the past, I have to start apply them now. I have to start find a way to um do the stuff at home so I'm able to get enough sleep so that I can reach work early and all those stuff that you just spoke about in the past. I've got to start apply them now so that I can actually make the most in this March in the 15th week and onwards. Yeah. So that's basically it for this um episode. I think I could actually just finish and make I may continue the 9 to 5 experience. I mean that again because I think I being reaching the employee status, you know, I think I've reached where I wanted to be. But I'm just gonna do it more because as I said we're here, we have more goals. We have more goals that we have to reach. So might as well do it. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it for this episode. And I just so that's like yeah. So look for our next episode. Yeah.